Okay, now I'm trying to make a video of a very simple thing. I'm just going to start Gimp up. I'll start Gimp. I've actually changed the look of my Gimp by just simply going to Edit, Preferences, and I can set it back when I go to Themes here, and Default. That's where most of your computers will have, unless you want to add themes to make it look different. But you've got to shut down the computer, and then you've got to start it back up again to see the new theme that you've installed. Okay, so that's back to normal. Now I'll just demonstrate one more way of setting up Gimp to another new look. Once again, Edit, go down to Preferences, find the theme. This time I'm going to try Green Heart, and I'm going to OK that. Once again, to make it take effect, I've got to again quit Gimp and then quickly start it back up again, and you can see it will have changed a fair bit. A much grayer look, some nice green toolbars at the top, and again, I like all my control buttons over here, and my layers and tool options, which are the most important two clickable dialogues in GIMP. But if you wanted to change that around for some reason, you could go back to single window mode, and you can throw these ones over to that side, and you can throw these ones over to that side, and then when you go back to single window mode by clicking Windows and then down to single window mode, you will see that I've changed everything around. But I like using it the other way, so I'm going to change them back. I'll move that one over a little bit, and I'll put this one back over to that side. So when I go back into Windows single mode, you can see that I have got how I like it set up myself. That's basically how you can set up GIMP how you like it. Plus these themes again. I'll show you one more theme. Edit, go down to Preferences, go up to Themes, and we'll pick, what do you guys think we should pick? We'll pick Marble Ice. I have no idea what that's going to look like, but okay. Again, to make it take effect, we've got to quit, and then we've got to start GIMP up again and see what marble looks like. Not a big difference, but anyway, there's dozens ways you can make your GIMP look better. But all we need to use GIMP is these these tool icons here, and our layers here becomes important. Hang on, layers. There's no layers there yet, and there's our tool options. So they're the only things we need to set up. Now, because I can't see these, obviously I've picked a very bad these dialogues up the top. These drop down boxes up here. You can hardly see them, so I'm gonna have to change it again. That was a very bad one to pick. Back down to Preferences, and I'm going to go back to Themes, and I'll try the green heart one, and I will okay that. Again, unfortunately, I have to quit again, and then I have to restart Gimp again. So at least now we can see all these other options at the top now. Okay, but I still prefer that to the main, the default Gimp set out that you get. I like these different themes. So what I can do now is I'll just open. I'll go down to pictures where I keep my pictures. I'll try this. I'll grab a building. Open that up. And now just for an example, I would like to make this nice bright Chinese buildings to be a little bit more ominous. Just an example of what we can do with GIMP. Okay, so I'm going to go to. I'm going to open up. I'm gonna reintroduce some dark clouds. There's a couple of ways to do that. One of the easiest ways is to go to. Well, not the easiest way, but just one of the ways you can do it is go to open as layers, and then try and find the clouds that I have. Yeah, that looks better. Those clouds there. What do they look like? Oh yeah, the same thing. So I can open up those. Now those clouds are not going to. That tiny cloud image is not going to fill up all this area. So I'm going to have to use my scale tool and scale it up. Actually, I'll click them together so they scale evenly. Make sure it's big enough. I probably made it. But and then hit the scale button and it's done. Now we'll click over here. If you look over here, we've got to get back to layers. One thing I've got to do here, that bottom layer there, which is this one here, I'm going to have to add. I'll get rid of this little thing here. I'm going to have to add a alpha channel. So that's while I'm on that, I've got the alpha channel. I want to delete the old sky that was there. So what I'm going to do is turn off that, keep that clicked. There's a few ways of deleting this light colored sky. I'm going to use this one here. Actually, I'm going to try and use the color picker. May not be the best way to do it, but there's 3 or 4 ways to do it. So I've clicked that one, which should, when I click here, should delete every single bit of blue. So I'm going to go Control X. Oh no, sorry, my mistake. Undo. Oh, I've deleted the whole thing. I'm gonna have to. What have I done? What have I done? I'm gonna have to reintroduce the. Actually, deleted something accidentally. I'm gonna have to go back to open as layers and get my building. Yeah, that building there. Yeah. So I've got it back. Now this time I'm going to get rid of that that sky. I want to put it in a more ominous, cloudy, stormy sky. So I'm going to click that. Instead of going edit cut, quickest way to do it is to go Control X. But did I make it transparent? No, I didn't. Add alpha channel, sorry. Now I'll go Control X, and you can see my other clouds coming through. Control X, 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 Control X. Maybe if I use the wand, it might help. Control X. Okay, that's a little bit rough. I'm doing this quite fast. I will show you a proper way to do it in lessons, and an easier way. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select none, so nothing selected. Now I'm going to choose which layer, because you know this bottom layer is the clouds, you know this top layer over here is the buildings. I want to make sure the buildings layer is clicked, and then to make the buildings darker and spookier, I'll go to colors, and I'll go to I can go to colors and brightness and contrast, or I can go to curves. Sometimes I think curves works better. So they're going too white, going up that way. I want to make them look darker and more sinister. That's the way, and I think that's good enough. You can play around with that a lot more for your own desired effect. And then I will go down to the clouds, and I'll just see if they need any, by going to colors and curves again. I'll see if the clouds need any darkening. Yeah, just a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit. That'll do. Okay. And now I'm going to, now that I think I've got it all right, these two different images, I'm going to merge that one down to that one. So now it becomes one image. Those two layers become one image. So go down to merge layer down, and there we have it. And if, just for double checking, I'm going to use the crop tool, which is here. Now I'm just going to crop from there all the way over the whole picture, and just crop it. Okay, now that's cropped. Now I am going to export that. I'm going to export that to, we'll go down to pictures, and I'll go back down to Gimp 7, and I'm gonna call it Scary Buildings. Scary Buildings, I'll make it .jpg. JPEGs are a very common way of saving photos, even when taken with cameras or Gimp or Photoshop. So export, export. Okay. So that's our finished photo. We could have done a lot more with that, but we can do that in class a bit more. I'm just going to